Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, March the 20th, 2023, Monday, March the 20th. Well, here I am again, sinus situation again. My voice sounds all funny, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. This is going to be a shorter recap, and you'll probably see me pausing because I have to blow my nose. And so I definitely won't be funny today. Anyway, and I won't be able to do comment corner. Sorry, it's just too many comments, and there's just no way that's gonna work. Barely working with the recaps, but let's do this because I know there's a lot that really don't get to see the show and like to hear the recaps. So let's start with Michael and Willow. Michael and Willow have decided to postpone the wedding. Big mistake. And I'm going to tell you why. We already know they're going to bring Willow to the absolute brink of death while waiting for Obret. Now, remember, they're saying if she's too weak, she won't be able to go through the procedure. But for some reason, they're going to have her go through the brink of death, but be well enough for the procedure, right? They're going to do that and watch. In the meantime, Nina is probably going to be the decision maker for Willow. And she's going to do things that she wants to do. And she'll probably tell everybody they can't see her. Because if you notice now, with the problem coming up, Sonny is distancing Nina from him. He told her she can't come over until he takes care of the situation. Because, of course, she walked in. He and Carly were talking, and she wanted to know, well, what's going on? And Sonny said, well, Carly brought Donna over, but Donna's not staying. And she's like, well, what's going on? He goes, I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't want Donna to hear. But, bottom line, Donna won't be here. She's leaving. So Donna comes running out, or Carly says, come on, Donna. And Donna comes running out, and she sees Auntie Nina. Nina got her little princess crown, and she was so happy. Said, are we going to do a sleepover? And Sonny says, well, no, not this time. And she goes, why? And so Carly says, well, listen, Donna, this ends up not being a good night for you to sleep over at Daddy's. You're going to do it soon. But, you've got to have to come home with Mommy. So she's like, well, okay. So she leaves. And then Nina's like, okay, tell me what's going on. And he said, listen, there was an attempt made on my life, but I'm fine. But I have to make sure extra safety measures are around the people that I love. And then he went into his first wife, situation, how she died in the car bomb, and then Morgan died in the car bomb, and he wasn't going to let anyone else in his family, get hurt and or killed. So he told her, I need you safe until I get this situation straight, and I will. You need to stay away. And so she's like, okay, Sonny, okay, if I have to, but I'm an adult. He goes, doesn't matter. I need you safe. So now that she's got this break from Sonny, watch. Now Nina's going to be doing Nina because Sonny is the one that semi keeps Nina in check. And I mean, semi keeps her in check, right? So we're going to see what happens with all of that. But I just could see, I think that's what's going to happen. These two right here. What they're going to find out is they have nothing in common. Nothing. All they do is jump in the sack, right? And the actual conversations, it's always been, stop what you're doing, stop working for Sonny. Are you going to be safe? It's always been keeping you safe. It's a crisis situation. It's all of that. They've never had any normacy in their lives for them to even see if they like each other. Do they even have anything in common with each other? They don't know at all. And they're going to wake up and find out they don't have anything in common. Right? Jocelyn, hopefully they don't do a teen pregnancy deal, but look, I've never heard Carly have that talk with her daughter. So I guess we all need to assume that she did, right? And then, of course, Brooklyn was talking to Michael with the typical mouth open. They finally let her close her mouth towards the end of their scene. And she kind of tried to soften him up where Sonny was concerned, because she's saying, time is precious, and you don't know what's going to happen. And, so Michael decides he's probably going to Dex to tell Dex to that he's calling it off. Because remember, Michael's been at the brink of calling it off before. Dex convinced him, no, 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 I could do this. I could do this. Right. And Dex and Joss was talking because he doesn't know if he truly wants to, bring Sonny down. Because Sonny saved his life, and now he's seeing a different side of goodness. We already know he's gonna be in that organization for years. Jocelyn was the only stupid one that thought he wasn't. Thought he was gonna be walking away in 6 months. Yeah, right. So Michael's knocking on the door. Dex, is Michael. And Jocelyn looks up, and Dex looks, so now let's see how they hide Jocelyn, right? And watch it come out that Michael's his boss, because she goes, I really would like to know who your boss is, because, he hired you to take Sonny down instead of doing it himself. Yeah, okay. That's your brother, girl. Your brother did that, right? So now we have Anna and Valentine find out Miss Cole is gone, missing. Valentine sees tracks coming out, leading away from her window. She's booked. So Anna's like, okay, and Valentine's immediately taking out his phone, saying, no, 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 I got to get the escape plan ready. We're going to go to Europe. We're going to this, that, and the other. And Anna's like, wait a minute, slow your roll. He goes, Anna, we already know we're going to be compromised now. We need to, he goes, you are a trained spy. You already know when we are compromised, we must, do the escape plan. I'm going to call Laura, because this time I'm not leaving without Charlotte. And she goes, Valentine, just wait. I'm going to get Lucy. You don't know that she has been seen or compromised. And he goes, Lucy Cole does not do subtle. And so she goes, we have worked far too hard for us to cut and run right now. I'm going to see if I could salvage this. He goes, and then you're going to be seen. She says, I'm going to bring Lucy back here. Now, you can do your escape plan, because he's yelling at her. She's yelling at him. Whatever you want, Valentine. But I'm not quitting on this. I'm not ready from this yet. No. So she leaves, and Lucy is there listening to Bobby on the terrace, Bobby and Maxie talk about the plans and how they're having great success. Lucy's talking about the vendors were all difficult and had to be all this finessed, and they're like, we're not seeing nothing she was talking about as far as how difficult this nurses ball is to plan. And she's listening, got a menu up there, like, they're like, Lucy just made it all about Lucy. Because look, Lucy had to have 15 changes, right? It was all about her. So Lucy decides she's going to cause some kind of little commotion up at the deception office, or make sure the alarm went off. And one of the security came and told Maxie, and she goes, no, Gladys never sets the alarm properly. I will go up there. So she goes up there, and Lucy ambushes her in the office. And she's like, wait a minute. And wait, Maxie sucker punches her in the gut. She goes, I've had self-defense training, you freak. And Lucy bends her head up, and she's like, Lucy? Right? So she said, you're supposed to be dead. So she goes, well, I'm not. But I still have to be dead for a while. But listen, I'm here because of the nurses' ball. You all don't know what you're doing. And Maxie's like, I beg to differ. This thing is going great, right? And Lucy's like, no. The lighting needs to be, you need to call this person for the lighting. You need to, and Max is like, we have everything under control. We don't need to talk about the lighting, right? At all. And Lucy's like, yes, we do. Because I'm going to coordinate, but you're going to be my eyes and ears. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And Maxie's like, no, we're not about to do that. I don't know what you're talking about, because we got this under control. And she goes, and you know what? I don't want to talk about lighting. I don't want to talk about anything. I want to talk about you're obviously not dead. Why would you stay away this long? Who are you hiding from? And Anna comes walking in the back. She's hiding from me. And Lucy puts the notepad up in front of her face, and Anna's like, you with me now, And Max is like, of course you're alive too, Anna, of course. You were a fugitive, then you were presumed, and that's it. You're in my office. Of course you are. And she goes, Maxie, I don't have time to explain right now. Lucy, let's go. So we're gonna get a little more protesting from Lucy, and Maxie's gonna be, but Anna, whatever, godmother. And Anna will tell her, just trust me and don't tell anyone you've seen us, period. Right? Don't let anybody know. She didn't say that today, but that's coming. And I'm thinking, Maxie can never keep a secret. But you know what? I guess she can if push comes to shove. She knows Anna will be in danger if she doesn't keep this secret. So Maxie won't tell anybody. But guess what? Valentine did all that ranting and raving about not wanting Anna to go out to look for Lucy. Well, guess what Valentine does? He decides he's going to go out on the footbridge, the infamous bridge. And Carly happens to go on the footbridge and says, Valentine Cassadine, so you're not dead, And I thought, oh my goodness, everybody is in on it now. It must be getting ready to come to a close. It must be, right? So Valentine is telling Carly, look, it's a long story, but I'm working to try to prove that my father killed your Uncle Luke. And so she goes, you hardly knew Luke. Why would you, go through all of this for him? And she goes, who else is involved? He goes, I cannot tell you who else is involved. And she goes, well, look, I've already spotted you now. The secret's out. You might as well tell me. And he goes, I can't tell you that. He said, but just understand this. The plan is to bring my Uncle Victor down. And so she goes, well, something about what makes you think I'm going to keep your secret, whatever. He goes, you know what? You may not, but I know Drew Kane. Drew Kane would be all for it. Because, see, Victor kept he and I hostage. And Drew would understand what I'm talking about. And guess who comes walking on the footbridge? But Drew Kane. And he says, yeah, bringing Victor down, I'm all in. He says, however, I want to know what is the entire plan, and I want to know it now. So now Valentine's got some splaining to do, right? Like, Lucy, you got some splaining. Yeah, now Valentine's got some explaining to do. So anyway, that pretty much was it. Oh, you know what? They had something really off the wall happen. Bobby decides she sees Victor at the bar to go off on Victor. And Victor was there talking to Spencer. Spencer was talking to his uncle. He wants his uncle's help, to get his brother. And Bobby just accuses him of having Luke killed. And he goes, that's been a year ago. And I had nothing to do with that, liar. But, and I'm thinking, that has been a year ago. You mean to tell me in a whole year, Victor Cassadine's been all over Port Charles, that Bobby Spencer has never seen Victor Cassadine. Over a year later, now she's going to come out and go be talking crazy in the restaurant. That scene was just so out of place. It did not belong. The only thing it did, it allowed Lucy to walk the other way, but Spencer had already come up to get his uncle's attention. So we didn't need Bobby saying anything to Victor. But anyway, everybody, that is my shortened daily recap of General Hospital. As you can see, goodness gracious, I had to stop it a few times to take care of my nose. But I will be back tomorrow, no matter how I sound, to do another daily recap of General Hospital.